Picture this. You leave your house to grab groceries. You're gone 30 minutes. When you come back, you find the HOA president and a locksmith literally breaking into your front door.
Wait, stop!
Not
What do you
knocking,
think you're doing?
not waiting, actually breaking in. My name is Jordan, and this is the story of how I caught an HOA president red-handed committing a crime, and how she completely lost it when I fought back. About 8 months ago, I bought a house in a community called Riverside Meadows. Nice 3-bedroom place, good neighborhood, seemed perfect. The HOA was pretty standard. Monthly dues, basic rules, nothing crazy. Or so I thought. 3 months after I moved in, I started getting violation notices. My grass was supposedly too long even though I just mowed. My mailbox was non-compliant, even though it was the same mailbox that came with the house. My car was parked incorrectly in my own driveway. Every violation came with a $100 fine. It was constant harassment. The HOA president was this woman named Brenda. Classic Karen type. Short haircut, always in expensive workout clothes, carried a clipboard everywhere. She'd walk around the neighborhood taking photos looking for violations. I tried talking to her. Brenda, these violations don't make sense. My grass is fine, my mailbox hasn't changed, my car is in my driveway. She smiled that fake smile. The rules are the rules, Jordan. Pay your fines or we'll take further action. What further action? That depends on your level of cooperation. It felt like a threat. But I paid the fines trying to avoid conflict. Kept my head down, stayed out of her way. Then the fines started increasing. $200 for unapproved exterior paint, even though I hadn't painted anything. $300 for landscaping violations when my yard looked fine. $500 for noise complaints when I'd been out of town. I called a lawyer. Guy named Tom Rodriguez. Showed him all the violation notices. Tom shook his head. Jordan, this is harassment. These violations are bogus. She's manufacturing reasons to fine you. Why? Could be a few reasons. Personal vendetta, trying to force you to sell, power trip. But it's illegal. We need to push back. Tom sent Brenda a letter. Very clear. Stop the harassment, rescind the bogus fines, or we sue. Her response came 3 days later. Not through a lawyer. She came to my door. I opened it. She was standing there with 2 other board members, both women, looking very serious. Jordan, we need to discuss your hostile attitude toward the HOA. My hostile attitude? You've been harassing me with fake violations for months. Those violations are legitimate. Your refusal to comply is concerning. In fact, the board has voted that you're creating a hostile living environment. I blinked. What? We're giving you 30 days to sell your house and leave the community. If you refuse, we'll begin eviction proceedings. You can't evict me from my own house. Brenda smiled coldly. The HOA bylaws give us authority to remove disruptive residents. You have 30 days. They left. I immediately called Tom. They're trying to force you out, he said. They can't legally do this. You own your house. They have no eviction authority. This is pure intimidation. So what do I do? Document everything. Get security cameras if you don't have them. If they try anything, call the police. And we're suing. Today. I installed security cameras that same afternoon. Front door, back door, driveway. If Brenda tried something, I'd have proof. Then came the day it happened. A Saturday morning. I needed to run to the grocery store, quick trip. 30 minutes, maybe 40. I left around 10 a.m. Got to the store, grabbed what I needed, headed back. When I pulled into my driveway at 10:35, there was a white van in front of my house. ABC Locksmith written on the side. And Brenda standing on my porch with a locksmith who was working on my front door. I jumped out of my car. What the hell are you doing? Brenda turned. Her face went from confident to shocked. Jordan, you're supposed to be gone. I went to get groceries. Are you breaking into my house? The locksmith stepped back. Ma'am, you said this was your property. It's not her property. It's my house. I own it. Brenda recovered quickly. The HOA has authority to inspect properties for code violations. We're conducting an inspection. You're breaking and entering. That's a crime. We sent you a notice. You sent me nothing. And even if you did, you can't break into my house. I pulled out my phone, started recording. I'm calling the police. Brenda's face got red. You will not call the police. This is HOA business. This is breaking and entering. I dialed 911. The locksmith grabbed his tools. "Lady, I'm out. I don't do illegal jobs." He literally ran to his van and drove away. Brenda pointed at me. "You're interfering with official HOA business. That's a violation. Get off my property before the cops arrive." The two other board members who'd been standing by their car got in and drove off quickly. Brenda stood there, shaking with rage. "You have no idea what you've just done. The board will." "The board will what? Break in again?" "I have security cameras, Brenda. I've got footage of you trying to break into my house." Her face went pale. She looked up, saw the cameras I'd installed, and realized her mistake. Police sirens in the distance. Brenda practically ran to her car and peeled out. Two officers arrived about a minute later. I showed them everything. The locksmith van driving away, Brenda on my porch, the security footage showing them working on my door. One officer, Sergeant Davis, shook his head. "Sir, what they attempted is breaking and entering. That's a crime. You want to press charges?" "Absolutely. We'll need copies of your security footage." I gave them everything. They took my statement, filed a report, and told me to get a restraining order. I called Tom immediately. Told him everything. "They tried to break in? While you were gone." He sounded amazed. "Jordan, this is criminal. Beyond just a lawsuit now. This is police matter territory. I've already filed a police report. They're investigating." "Good. We're filing for an emergency restraining order today. And we're suing for attempted illegal entry, harassment, fraud with those fake fines, emotional distress, all of it." The restraining order was granted within 48 hours. Brenda couldn't come within 500 feet of my house. Then the charges came. The DA reviewed the case and charged Brenda with attempted burglary. Not just trespassing. Burglary. Because she'd hired someone to break my lock with intent to enter. The trial took 4 months. Brenda showed up with an expensive lawyer who tried to argue she had HOA authority to inspect properties. The judge shut that down immediately. The HOA is not law enforcement. You cannot break into private residences. That's not how property inspections work. Brenda's lawyer tried to claim it was a misunderstanding, that she believed she had authority. The prosecutor showed the security footage. Brenda clearly saying, "You're supposed to be gone," when I caught her. Proving she knew I wasn't home and was timing the break-in. The jury deliberated for 3 hours. Guilty on attempted burglary. Brenda got 6 months in jail, suspended to probation, 1,000 hours of community service, and had to resign from the HOA board immediately. But it gets better. After Brenda's conviction, 8 other homeowners came forward. She'd been harassing all of them with fake violations, manufacturing fines, threatening evictions. A special HOA meeting was called. The entire board was investigated. Turned out Brenda had been pocketing fine money. The fake violations were generating cash she was embezzling. The board was dissolved. New elections held. The new board's first action? Refunding every fine Brenda had issued in the past 2 years. I got back $4,000. As for Brenda? After completing probation, she moved out of Riverside Meadows. Couldn't face the community. Last I heard, she's living 3 towns over, nowhere near an HOA. My house. Safe. Secure. With security cameras that caught a would-be burglar red-handed. Here's what I learned. Some HOA board members think their position gives them unlimited authority. They think they can enter homes, evict owners, do whatever they want. They're wrong. Property rights are property rights. Nobody can break into your house. Not even if they're HOA president. When someone tries to burglarize your home, you document it, you report it, and you press charges. Even if they're wearing an HOA badge. That break-in attempt? Caught on camera. That "you're supposed to be gone" admission? Recorded. That criminal conviction? Permanent. Brenda thought she could break into my house and I'd never know. She was wrong. Thanks for listening. This is Jordan, signing off from my home. The one with security cameras. The ones that sent an HOA president to face criminal charges.